Hello everyone and welcome back to WolfQuest, and there's actually a bear on screen already. I was getting ready to start the episode and I looked down and sure enough there is a grizzly bear eating an elk, and I don't know exactly where we left Gemini, but I think we're going to send her in that direction. Maybe she caught the scent and is going to go ahead off and check it out, but we'll have to see. So it's right over past... It's towards the border past Druid territory, and she's right over here. Okay, actually she's a long ways off. Well, we're gonna head in that direction anyway. So, for anybody who's new, Gemini basically has to chase off 5 grizzly bears before her story is up. So far, she's chased off 1. Now, the catch is that she's also really scared of them, so she's trying to face her fear. And because of that, she has a 2 out of 6 chance, or 1/3 chance of panicking if we face a grizzly bear. So we have a dice, I have an app on my phone that I'm using to roll virtual dice, and every time we confront a grizzly bear, we have to roll that dice and see if she panics or if she's able to keep her composure and successfully chase off the bear. And then of course we actually have to chase off the bear, and that in itself can be a feat. So I'm pretty sure, oh, there's the elk herd. I'm pretty sure, I mean, I saw a bear eating a carcass over here. So is it going to show up on scent view? I imagine it would, but I'm not actually seeing it. Are we getting close to the edge of the map? Not quite. We got a little ways to run just yet. So yeah, I'm actually not seeing it, so it might have just been a weird thing that happened like off the edge of the map or something. But we're gonna run over here and check it out because perhaps she caught a distant wind of the scent and the wind's actually blowing the wrong direction for that. Okay, well, she figured it out somehow and is gonna go check it out. Maybe she noticed something had disturbed the birds or something, and that's why. Alright, do we see the carcass anywhere? No, we do not. Oh, there it is. There's the bear. Okay, so it is still there. That's why we're not seeing carcass, because you finished eating it. All right, so we can't actually start chasing it yet. I'm going to roll the dice. And no, she's not allowed to chase it off. She panicked again and has to run. So that is the unfortunate thing about Gemini's challenge, is that she has a tendency to lose her nerve. And we've been very unlucky because this is now 2 times that she's panicked. Now we're getting uncomfortably close to Druid territory, and so I think we're gonna veer off this way and see what's up here, because this pack was also relatively skittish. They didn't actually attack her. That's a fox. That's actually a fox right in front of us. What's it gonna do? Is it gonna go mousing? Are we gonna get to see it go mousing? We may or may not. It's kind of just sneaking through the brush right now. I don't see... Oh, there it is. Okay. We're just gonna follow it a little bit. These guys are so captivating. Like, they do next to nothing in this game, but they're so cool to watch. I don't think... She's gonna have to get back to her quest here. I don't think we can follow him for that long. But it was interesting to see him there. So, we're gonna head up here, though, because this pack didn't actually actively chase her off. They were fairly skittish, and so if she is gonna happen to find a mate, she might find one by poking around up here. We'll have to see. And there's a hare carcass that we left up here last time where we can replenish that. We gotta veer this way, I think, if we're gonna try and catch those scents, because for now, the wind is blowing this way. Did it go social music? No, it didn't. Sometimes it goes to the social arena music, and that's when you gotta stop and listen, because it means that the other wolves are close. I'm kind of predicting that it's gonna end up being somewhere on this half, though, because it usually is over here somewhere. And maybe not, though. We'll see. No, the wind is off to the side of us now, so that is what we want to see. But it might not actually... I don't know, you guys. I'm not actually seeing the scent markings. So what we'll probably end up doing then is we'll venture down here to where we see this hare carcass is, and then we'll run back and see if we can happen to catch wind of the scents. They might just be in a not very good location this time. and so we might be able to find them better the next time. There we go. Got our health back up, and we'll run back this way, and then what I'm going to do is cross all the way around the back of the territory, because in theory, if we circle the outer edge, we'll be able to tell if there's any sense of the wolves around here. So I think... Alright, we're not in territory yet, but this is about where we want to start going this way. And I think if we keep doing this, we should see... Oh, there's actually closer carcass too, which I did not see over there. I kind of circled right by it. Oh, there's the scent. Okay, they're right on top of us, and perhaps the scent of that hare carcass has lured in another wolf. We shall see. We're going to see who we find. We're going to at least interact with them, but... we'll have to see who we encounter. Oh, a black wolf, and he is a dispersal male. Now, Gemini's challenge doesn't say anything about whether she is or isn't allowed to take a mate, so she is allowed to take one if she does find one, but the last wolf we did not end up accepting as our mate because he had mange, and so... Yeah, that wasn't going to be a good combination. That was not a wolf she wanted to consider as a potential mate. So I think, though, we'll go ahead and see how this guy is. He's actually pretty cool looking. He's got one of those original coats, too. Let's just greet him cautiously. He's a pretty small wolf. Yeah, he is fairly small, but he seems nice enough. He's not aggressive or anything. Now, the mates don't really have personality in this just yet. Sometimes they act like they do, but it's not coded in. But I'm pretty sure that is a change that's coming with the WolfQuest 3 update, because they have talked about adding a lot more depth to the social interactions, and it's sounding like they are going to be adding different traits and such, and it sounds like it's going to be really, really cool. So for now, though, we are left to imagine most of those traits, and yeah, I think we'll go ahead and accept him as our mate. So, he seems like a pretty cool wolf, honestly, and perhaps he'll be of a little bit of help with the bear quest. I mean, gameplay-wise, not really, but maybe he'll be the boost that Gemini needs to stop getting terrible rolls and be able to keep her courage. And I think we will accept him as a mate. We're not going to head off to Slough Creek, though, because if we want to do that, we would have probably had to do that by this episode, because it generally takes 3 episodes to get through the Slough Creek challenge. And I think we're going to actually call him Arcturus, so if I can remember how to spell it, there we go. And that's actually an interesting name. It actually means bear guardian. We actually haven't exhausted the list of star and galaxy names. Yeah, we ran through quite a few of them when we had the Galaxy Pack, but I went and looked up a few more, and with a name like that and a meaning like that, there was just no way that I couldn't use that, because, I mean, if he's the Bear Guardian, maybe he'll be exactly what Gemini needs to help her face her fears. So I think we're going to head down this way, though, and we'll probably take a pass by the Bear Rock again. Now, the rules we laid out last time is we're not allowed to frequent it, so we can't basically just go wandering by there every 3 seconds and just, oh, hey, we happen to be by this rock again, but we can take a couple of passes by it if we happen to be in the area, and if we are going to Slough territory, then we can take a little bit of a detour there and kind of swing by the Bear Rock and just see if we happen to find one over here. So, let's see. We're almost there, I think. Yeah, we're pretty close. It's over by Dead Tree. It's just up a little ways, and it's a good thing that Gemini has pretty good stamina, because we are doing a lot of running. And we are starting to run out of time. Oh, there's a coyote, okay. We are starting to run out of time to complete her challenge, so we definitely need to get a move on. And now that she's not so worried about finding a mate, she can definitely focus more on facing her fears, and perhaps she'll start to be kind of lingering around more in this area. We can't just stay right by that rock, but if she does kind of end up camping out in this area, we can possibly pass it a little bit more frequently, more than twice in one episode. And hopefully her challenge, hopefully she'll start being able to actually have to actually keep her courage, because she has been getting some pretty bad rolls. Oh, and there is a bear, and here we go. And yes, we can chase it off. We got a 4, and my goodness, I feel like that's the same bear that we chased earlier, because yet again, we got it chased off in just 1 hit. So that seems to be a very, very skittish bear that just lives right by that rock. And we'll go ahead and we'll swing by this area, and then we'll make our way back to Slough territory. We were kind of heading that way. I mean, I guess there's not a huge amount of point in visiting the wolf territories now, so maybe we'll go out hunting by the burn. Because, I mean, Gemini already has a mate, so she doesn't really have much use for poking around the wolf territories. So we can head out towards the burn, I think. But first we will stop by the High Ridge Pond and just happen to see if there is a bear. She's heading to the areas where she knows there have been bears. Whoa. I think that was just Arcturus running through the water, but where did that sound come from? Is that what I think it is? I think that is... Wait, I'm listening carefully. Give me a second. Do I hear it? I hear something intense happening, and I want to find where it is, and I don't know exactly where it is. I hear very intense music. Is it happening on these slopes? No. Is it happening over this way? I'm listening carefully, trying to figure out where these sounds are coming from, because I definitely heard a moose. And it sounded like not just one moose, but 2 moose fighting. That's generally the sounds that you hear when you've got moose fighting. Are they somewhere around here? We should be scenting a little bit more often, too. I'm not hearing it now. We were right up by the pond. And I still hear that really intense music. So I think that might still be going on. Right by the pond. The pond is right up here. And... no, I'm not seeing it. It might be further over this way. I think you can hear them from a ways off. So possibly they're up here somewhere. This might just be a wild moose chase, you guys. It might be. I'm not seeing anything. They might be, would they be over by this pond? They can spawn up along this bridge, I know that much, but I think they might have vanished because we got too far away. I don't see them around here. I think we got close, but they may have moved off. Yeah, I don't think they are here anymore, but we can swing by the bear rock while we're over here. And I think we already chased off the bear that's over here for now. Not seeing one spawning in, so we'll probably head off this way and make our way towards the burn then and see if maybe we can do a little hunting over there. And, because that's one area that we don't end up exploring that frequently. There's no wolf territories over there, there's really just an elk herd. And so we don't spend a lot of time in the burn, and it might be kind of nice to go over there and explore a little bit more. Because we don't normally get the chance to do that. We will have these guys staying on Amethyst Mountain here, at least for the duration of the challenge. I'm sure they'll go off to Slough Creek afterwards and raise pups, but until Gemini has completed her challenge, or until, I mean, I suppose what we would say is then that it's getting to be too late in the season and they need to move on. Until that happens, we're going to have her continue to try and complete her challenge. And so, we need to see here. I don't know if many bears spawn up here, so this might not be a good place to go. But I suppose we'll see. We'll have to see if we find any bears over here or what. We have to chase off, I think, 3 more, right? I'm pretty sure it's 3 more. And, I mean, the odds would be in our favor at this point. But, I don't know. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. Alright, the elk herd, we are in the elk territory now. And, oh my goodness, I caught sight of those fallen trees up here. Does anybody remember the days of WolfQuest before Slough Creek when people used to pretend that was a den? Because I remember that. I'm probably dating myself a little bit by saying that I was playing this game and playing multiplayer when that happened, but you know what? Does anybody else remember that? What am I doing? I'm on the wrong side of the elk territory, and we're not even in the elk territory. I got so distracted by that I completely lost sight of what we're even doing. And, okay, so it is this way. And I think if we keep heading this way, we don't want it to go... Oh, there's the herd. We don't want to chase them through the Slough Creek area, because we're not going to be able to actually get them out if we do that. I don't think, or it'll be harder. We'll have annoying pop-ups in our face constantly because we're not actually going to Slough Creek. But I think we'll isolate this one and drive her back this way a little ways. We gotta avoid the Slough Creek entrance, which is down along the dry creek bed. And so we'll kind of push her this way, I think. And we're not heading towards it, so we should be good. We'll probably end up bringing her down kind of in a similar area to those other carcasses, and we do need to rest a little bit. We're running out of stamina from all that biting. And there's the elk making a lot of racket. What is that? That's just the rock, I think. I noticed something up on the hill in the distance, but I think it is just the rock. I don't think we have to worry about that being anything of interest. And I don't get the... You guys, I'm not really getting the impression that Arcturus is a very good hunter. I mean, he's not doing all that much. Is he even chasing? He's following us. He's letting us hunt, so maybe his struggle is hunting. Are you gonna actually follow us and help with the hunting, or are you gonna wait? Nope, he's letting us do this all by ourselves. Oh, there we go, there we go. He was waiting for us to weaken it. So I suppose, I mean, if it works, if the strategy works, I guess that could be a viable strategy, but it's just not commonly what we see. It can be nicer to have a mate that hangs back sometimes, as opposed to one that's just constantly attacking the elk, and then it gets, it turns around in areas that you don't want it to. And it ends up stopped where you don't want it to be. But at the same time, sometimes it's nice to have a little bit more help. I think I'm going to head back up here and see if the moose still happen to be around, but I bet they would have despawned by now because we went pretty far away. But I think it would be interesting if we can see them. I just don't know where they actually went. I'm sure I heard them. I just don't know where they would have been. And it is getting to be about time to wrap up the episode, so we're at 2 bears right now, and we're gonna have to definitely keep working to see if we're gonna find any more and be able to chase them off. And it will be worth, this is the pond right here, this is literally the pond. It would be worth running by here, but we're not seeing any more bears. I'm not hearing any intense dramatic music, so I don't think that we have any moose around here. Maybe we'll kind of just take a run around up on this mountain and just see if we happen to find any, because that'd be really cool if we did get to see them, but I don't think we're going to. I think they've moved on. Yeah, I'm not seeing them even in this direction. Although these cliffs are pretty dramatic when you think about standing here and looking off of them. They are pretty dramatic. You can get some pretty spectacular views from up here. Ooh, and not if you do that, but like this. Pretty cool for sure. Quite the dramatic overlook. And I think the cliffs, from what I've seen of the terrain in the videos that they've shown, it looks like they're going to improve those cliffs even more. And of course, we'll actually be able to go down into the valley. So let me come back over here, because they're actually adding a lot more to these maps. And so if you see the valley down there, and if we come up to this ridge and look down, so you see the valley with the river, we're supposed to actually be able to go down into it now. And in the new version, well, not now, but you guys know what I mean. In the new version, we're going to be supposed to be able to go down into that, and that's going to be super cool. And I am very excited to try that out and to see how much this game has changed, because, oh, and there is another wolf scent here. I wasn't planning on encountering another stranger this episode, but maybe that's how we'll end it off. We'll see what this pack here, if it happens to be a dispersal, or if it's another submissive pack member, or if it's going to be a... Oh, it is a slough female. I get the sense that she may not be so happy to see us. Oh, yeah, and then there's Arcturus just in the background. He's trying to become a bush. We'll see. Okay, she's pretty angry. She's not straight up attacking us. I think Gemini's not, she picks her battles. She's not super aggressive, so I think she would submit and say, you know what, I don't feel like getting my ear nipped today. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna submit. She's kind of asking permission to at least stay in the area a little bit. But, oh, nope, okay, we're getting out of here. We're getting out of here. That was not the reaction we were looking for. We were kind of hoping she might be a little bit tolerant of our presence, at least, if we grovel to her, but no such luck. We got lots of carcasses interspersed, and, I think we could sneak another pass by this, the pond up here. If we can find a good reason to be walking past the pond, we can walk past the pond. We just can't stick around by the pond with no reason. So, but if we can find a reason, I mean, we know a bear is up here a lot of the time. Oh, there is a bear. Okay. So, let's end off the episode like this. Let's see, is she allowed to chase it? She is! Okay, one more bear. Oh, he's a lot more aggressive than the other one. He's standing his ground. Alright, Arcturus is helping. Oh, good, and he's on the run. There we go. So we've got another bear chased. So we're now up to 3. That puts us in a little bit of a better position, but things could still go horribly wrong because it is up to kind of luck of the draw. We definitely have to be very, very careful and still be trying to chase off as many bears as we possibly can. But I think we're going to go ahead and end off this episode here for today. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. But until then, this is Jay, over and out.